Hi guys, it's your boy Wiltzy here, and today we're going to be bringing you what is, in my opinion, the best wide midfield build that you can use in a 3-5-2 formation on FIFA 22 Pro clubs, certainly at a high competitive level. Um, you will see a lot of wide midfielders using various builds. I've seen them use striker builds, cam builds, left mids. I've seen videos about winger builds, CDMs, centre mid even. But certainly, I think the one that you want to be coming back to predominantly more than anything, especially if you're looking at playing at a high level, is coming back down to the wingback builds. They've got a little bit of everything, and this build that I'm about to show you, in my opinion, is the absolute best one that you can have if you are ranked to max level at level 25. So we will go straight into it. And first and foremost, anybody playing clubs at a high level will know that as a wide midfielder, defending is equally as important as going forward. Your main role in that role is to be able to track those runners in behind, not let anybody in behind you offer support to your left centre back or your right centre back, so they're able to tuck inside and you're just able to track those runners going down the wings. If you're a high pressing team, then you need to be able to get into the opposite wide midfielders or the midfielders' faces and be able to stop that ball getting in behind you. So, in order to do that, what we're going to do is going to put the stand tackling all the way down to there, and it's important that you do it in this order because if you straight away put this on, then it puts the defensive awareness and interceptions and defensive awareness on there, and we're not going to be using those. So you want to put the stand tackle on there first, then into the standing slide, and then into the guardian archetype. And then also we're going to put the interceptions on here and also the interceptions on there. Now, the reason we're not boosting the defensive awareness is because that is mainly all AI control ability. It's not anything that you will manually necessarily control. If you're pressing L1, that is essentially when the defensive awareness takes over as your player will auto position. But I really don't recommend it because the AI on this game is a little bit silly and don't necessarily put you where you need to be. So 100% recommend that you're manually controlling your player at all times, looking for those runners going in behind. And as you can see, this brings you out with 89 interceptions, 88 defensive awareness, 87 stand tackle with an 86 slide, and that is more than enough for tracking those runners down the other end of the wing and being able to stop those balls from coming into the box. Next, what we're going to do is dribbling again is incredibly important as a wide midfielder. The left wing back build, out of all the builds that most people use, does have the lowest, but we can boost that to still be really, really nice. So we're going to put the Maestro archetype on there. We'll put the Lynx archetype on, the extra attack position and agility, and then the ball control. That brings you out with 85 agility, which means you can turn really nicely, still have 90 dribbling, good ball control, decent attack position, and good balance. It's a great, great little build to be dribbling with. Although as a wide midfielder, realistically at a high level, your main role from an attacking perspective is going to be picking that ball up, pinging the 5-10 yard passes into your cams, into your CDMs, up to your strikers, and playing those 1-2s and cushions off each other. Which brings us on to the passing. All we're going to do for the passing is put the short passing and vision 9 skill points on all the way down to the bottom to give us a nice 90 short pass, decent curve at 80, decent crossing, okay vision, and an okay long pass. We're going to boost that even further with perks later on, as you'll see. But this passing is more than ample enough at a high level to be playing those 5-10 yard passes off each other and linking up. We're going to put nothing on the shooting, again, because if you're a wide midfielder, chances are you're not getting into the box all that often to shoot. And if you are, then they're probably being squared across to you for easier tap-ins as opposed to being anything that is incredibly intricate to pull off. Fundamentally, and this is probably the most important part of this build, which is why I love it the most, is we're going to max out the pace completely. And that brings you out with 98 acceleration with 97 sprint speed. I don't think there's a build on this game that you can get that is any quicker than that. If anybody does know a build that is quicker, then by all means drop that in the comments. But I've fiddled around a lot and certainly don't find anything quicker. Nobody on that pitch is going to be faster than you. You are able to bomb up and down that line, get to back to front very, very, very quickly. So I highly recommend slapping the maximum pace on. And that is the build. And it is, as I say, a really lovely build to use. It's got a bit of everything, can handle everything, and can do those defensive duties as well as going forward. It brings it out at 86 rated, which is obviously a points per position. It works very similar to foot in the sense of what the game actually determines is important for the position. You can get that overall rating higher, but this build needs to be the way it is right now. And as I mentioned earlier, with the perks, what we're going to look at doing is not the one-time shot. I don't know why that's on there currently, but we're going to put threaded pass on instead of the one-time shot. I don't know why skilled dribbler's on either. Must have been the build that I clicked on to start off with. So we're going to have precision pass, which, as I say, will help with those 5-10 yard passes coming on the inside. Just shore those up a little bit further with the R1Xs. And then we're going to use the threaded pass. Now, the threaded pass helps massively when play those balls up to your strikers. For anybody that doesn't overshare, the R1 triangle will find gaps that you didn't even know was there. We'll be able to thread through defenders. So certainly recommend putting that ball on, that perk on, and using the threaded passes as much as you physically can. And then last but not least, we're going to put ball winner on just to shore up, as I say, those defensive attributes even further, help you get into people's faces, help you intercept the ball, and help you to pull off those tackles. And that is the build complete. If you are new to wide midfield, I certainly recommend that you try this, or even if you've been playing wide midfield for a long time and fancy a build change, again, this is a way that you can definitely go. As I say, you can use other builds, but I highly recommend using this one if you're looking at being the most versatile player on the pitch that's able to do everything. If you've got any comments, then by all means drop them down below. And feel free to subscribe, like, and if you've got any recommendations, again, just put that in the comments, and I will catch you all next time.